Hi there, YouTube. I'm here with a review on the Zastava EZ9. I bought it about a year ago at a gun show in Batesville, Mississippi. It was pretty inexpensive. It was about $350. Came in this white box with a few accessories with it. Mine only came with the one magazine. So, yeah, it's loaded. Well, that's me. It's for home defense, and among other things. So here we have the pistol. So the Zastava EZ9. It's made in Serbia, in the factories where many Yugoslavian AK-47s were made during the Soviet era. I can't remember what they were called. It's not in the greatest shape. I clean it fairly regularly, but I like this pistol. I like it a lot. It's a 9mm, 9x19. It's double action and single action, DASA. So when you rack the slide, hammer's back, ready to go. The double action trigger pull is pretty it's pretty heavy. It's not terrible. I can enjoy it. I guess that's a good thing, considering it doesn't have an external safety other than the decocker, which also functions as the slide catch for the slide release. And then the single action trigger is very, very crisp. Beautiful, actually, I could say. It has, I don't know if you can see there, it has 3-dot sights. They're very nice. They're very nice sights. It's quite an accurate gun considering the price tag. That's what I feel about it. It's a whole lot of gun for the money. It's got a nice heavy weight to it. I feel like if I ran out of bullets, I could bludgeon someone with it. Never used it for anything like that. I've pretty much only put holes in clay, beer bottles, and occasional bit of paper. This is the decocker lever here. It's ambidextrous. It's on both sides. The mag release is also ambidextrous. Both sides. There. Take down is relatively simple. Just pull back the slide. There's the lever right there. You pull back the slide. And if I could get to it at that angle, I'll have to do it like that. There we go. That was pretty simple, wasn't it? So there's the guts. The insides actually remind me a lot of an HK FNP 45 9mm, whatever. It reminds me a lot of the FNP, the way it looks on the inside. Mine's a little dirty. I don't clean the insides too often. Now the guide rod is pretty beefy looking. It's got this beefy weaved, dual weave spring. The guide rod's pretty tough. It's steel. Seems tough anyway. Steel guide rod, and the barrel is pretty nice too. Let's take a look here at the barrel. It's chrome lined, so that if you're using any kind of corrosive ammunition, it'll be fairly easy, relatively easy to clean and to maintain, keep from causing any pitting or wear. So reassembly is just the same. Just place all the guts back together. A pretty tense spring. I mean, it gets pretty tough once you get right to there. It's not terribly tough, but you can tell it's got a pretty decent recoil spring. It's actually quite snappy considering how heavy it is when fired. And then you don't even have to really do anything. You just slide it back on there without any trouble. It's taken pretty much everything I've fed it. I've fed it Winchester White Box 115 grain. I've fed it the Remington big boxes. I've fed it home load stuff I bought from gun shows, you know, guys that reload. That's the only thing I've ever had any trouble with. I did get a few stovepipes on that reloaded stuff, but that's probably because of twice or thrice even used casings that can cause feeding problems. I've even fed it a lot of this 124 grain Federal Hydroshock plus P Hydroshock. The stuff is gorgeous. Mushrooms pretty well. I've done some drug tests with it. Works very nicely. The magazines are kind of pricey considering the price of the gun. They're all steel. A lot of it's steel. The frame's pot metal. It's kind of some kind of zinc oxide or something, but it's still sturdy enough. I don't feel like I'm going to get a KB. KB means kabang. So I've got one magazine loaded with the Hydroshock I usually keep in it, and one magazine here loaded with the Remington, with the hot stuff, the Remington cheat stuff, I mean. It came with a few accessories. It came with a nice little trigger lock. I don't actually have the key. I have no need for a trigger lock. I don't have kids running around. It came with a cleaning brush. I've actually used this brush on other guns too. It's a nice brush. It's plastic bristles. It's not metal. It's not. I have no risk of scratching up any finishes or varnish or anything. It came with a nice owner's manual. It even says on the gun, mine says, manual before use, read owners. So it got past the translators there at the factory. 9mm and 40 caliber is available. Mine's 9, already said. It's a pretty, it's got all the specs, and it's here's the specs if you want to take a look. I'll just hold that there for a minute. It's 9mm. It's 108mm length chrome plated barrel. The entire length is 198mm. The thickness over the covers is 34mm. The height is 140mm. The thickness over the levers, like the slide stop and all that, is 42mm. Weight without magazine, 131 grams. Magazine capacity is 15. The weight of the empty mag is 94 grams. With the magazine empty, it's 925 grams. And I don't know how they know this. It's 1100 grams with a loaded mag. I don't, you know, some of it might weigh different weights. Anyway, I actually don't know what that is. DAN? I'm not sure. It's a 4.5 DAN on double action, 2 DAN on single action. And apparently the finish is optional. Mine's got bluing, or fake bluing, one of the two. It's nice. I enjoy it. It comes with this certificate. It's got all kinds of funny letters with funny pronunciations. Ooh, well, I don't care if you know. What are you gonna do? Report it stolen? That'd be really awful of you. I can't read a bit of this. Well, some of it's in English. Nice gun though. Very nice gun. I enjoy it. The police and military of Serbia use this particular pistol. Yeah, that trigger block is really strange. What it does is it keeps the trigger from fully pulling, but you know, you can kind of get around it. And then it came in these plastic bags, and that's pretty much it. It did have a foam insert, but I took that out. I have no need for that. Well, thanks for watching, if you were watching. And I'll put my Hydra-Shocks back in case any zombies or infidels come in. Take care. Thanks a lot.